Have you ever noticed how one innocent touch can make a man lean in, soften, and forget the room? Not a kiss, not a grab, just a whisper of contact, and suddenly his focus belongs to you. I am Cleopatra, and I am going to place a secret in your hand. Not for every woman, for queens. This is the Royal 3 touch. 3 precise touches that open his attention, anchor his desire, and seal the pursuit so he follows. Tonight. Listen closely. Seduction is not noise. It is signature. A woman's touch is a language. If your words are scattered, he drifts. If your touches are deliberate, he chases. You will learn to speak with skin and air the way a harp speaks with strings, softly, briefly, and unforgettable. First, understand the law. Men live where sensation leads them. Eyes command interest. Voice warms trust. But touch is the bridge between thought and action. It converts curiosity into impulse. And yet, most women touch like tourists. Random. Hesitant. Or worse, hungry. You are not a tourist. You are the Nile itself. You control the current. The Royal 3 touch begins with the Graze. The lightest stroke. Barely there. It is not a grab, not a handshake, and not a cling. It is a pass. A breeze that happens to know his skin. Where? The forearm. The elbow. The back of the hand. The fabric over his sleeve if you want to be extra subtle. Palm to palm is too intimate for the beginning. Leave that for later. The Graze should feel accidental to him, inevitable to you. Timing is everything. The Graze happens during movement, when you lean to pass behind his chair, when you reach to show him something on your phone, when you pivot to greet someone and let your forearm brush his lightly on the way. One heartbeat of contact, no longer. You don't apologize. You don't over-smile. You keep talking about anything and let his nerves chase the memory. What does it do? It marks him. Men translate gentle touch as approval, belonging, and safety, without the language ever announcing it. His mind catalogs you under calm and close. He won't know why he feels warmer near you. He just will. That is the Graze. The second touch is the anchor. This is where ordinary women push and queens imprint. The anchor lives in a gift, a handover, a simple exchange. Place something in his hand, then let your fingertips follow the object into his palm. A pen he borrowed and you return, but you hold it a breath longer. The small card with an address for a cafe you mentioned, a napkin folded with a little knot you tied and want him to keep safe. You don't need diamonds, you need a moment. Here is the choreography. You hold the object between thumb and finger. You look at him. Slow your breath. Then, as he takes it, your index finger travels across his lifeline, soft, diagonal, deliberate, and leaves. 1 second, 2 at most. That's all. Paired with a single line, not a plea, not a command, a crown. Try this. Keep this for me. Or, you'll like what this leads to. Or, with a hint of mischief, guard it, I'm coming back for it. The anchor does 3 things at once. It gives him purpose. It plants your presence in his nervous system through touch and object. And it creates future tension without chasing. He holds the thing. He feels your fingers again and again by memory. His mind links the object to your warmth. And now the room is full of you. Details matter. Your hands should be soft, warm, and steady. Lotion with a hint of silk, not a cloud of perfume that announces you before you arrive. Rings that don't scratch. Nails that suggest polish, not aggression. The anchor is elegance. It says, I am a woman who knows the power of 1 second. The third touch is the seal. This happens at the moment of departure. Not when you arrive, not when you sit. At the end, when he least wants the night to finish. The seal turns a goodbye into a leash. You step close enough to be intimate, far enough to be innocent. Your hand rests high on his arm, just below the shoulder, or briefly at the back of his shoulder blade if you stand behind him to leave. Never low, never needy. The seal is ownership without words. You lean in. Your voice drops half a note. You let your lips curve like you know a secret. Then the line. Choose one. Don't get into trouble without me. Text me when you arrive. I like knowing where my people are. Or if you want him restless, I shouldn't stay. I'll let you miss me. Then you leave first. Turn your shoulders, glide. No last glance over your shoulder. He will watch. He will follow. Because the seal closes a circle his body wants open. These 3 touches, graze, anchor, seal, work like a spell sequence. First, spark. Then imprint. Then command pursuit by walking away with purpose. The magic is not in intensity. The magic is in placement, timing, and breath. Too much and it becomes noise. Too little and it falls to silence. Precision is the crown here. Do you see it now? Every scene becomes architecture. A crowded bar becomes a corridor for the Graze. A coffee shop becomes a stage for the anchor as you pass him the sugar and accidentally trace his palm with the packet before letting go. A sidewalk becomes the place for the seal as you touch his arm, give the line, and disappear into a car that's already waiting, even if it's just your rideshare. The world is your palace when you decide it is. Let's make this usable tonight. Imagine the first time you meet. You approach. You let your sleeve brush his forearm as you pass to your seat, the Graze. Later, he mentions a book. You slide your card across, a small gold thread tied through the corner. Keep this for me. I'll ask you something about Chapter 3, you say, finger tracing his palm. The anchor. When you leave, you rest your hand on his upper arm. Half smile. Text me when you arrive. I like good men kept safe. And then you go. The seal. 3 touches. And the chase is alive. Calibrations matter. In professional spaces, lower the heat. Graze over fabric. Anchor with a neutral object like a pen or a printed schedule. Seal with a half-second shoulder touch and a line stripped of romance. Email me that file. Don't make me come find you. He'll still feel the current without any impropriety. In social circles, raise warmth, not risk. If he's very shy, let the anchor last a fraction longer. If he's very cocky, make the seal lighter and the line teasing. The queen does not flatter kings. She crowns them when they earn it. Here is what breaks the spell. Grabbing. Lingering too long. Touching when he is obviously stressed, busy, or closed. Touching after you've already said goodbye more than once. Repeating the same touch twice in a row. The nervous giggle. The apology for existing. You will not do these things. You will be the woman who uses 1 beat and melts 10 minutes of his defenses. You may ask, what if he tries to pull me closer after the seal? Then softness turns to boundary wrapped in velvet. Smile. Tilt your head. Place your free hand gently on his and ease it away while keeping your eyes on his. Patience looks good on you. He will hear, not now, but feel not never. That line is everything. Midnight rule. Never use the royal 3-touch to manipulate a man you don't genuinely respect. Power without grace is cheap. You are not cheap. This is art, and art deserves worthy canvas. Which of the 3 touches feels the most like you right now? The Graze, the anchor, or the seal? Tell me in the comments. If this secret is sharpening your feminine power, tap like and subscribe so the next one arrives on your throne. Now, let's refine the details even further. Your eyes and breath drive the touches more than your fingers do. Before the Graze, your eyes should be somewhere else. On the menu, on the path, on the horizon. So the touch surprises his body and doesn't warn his mind. During the anchor, your eyes meet his. Hold the gaze on the handover. That fuses memory and heat. During the seal, your eyes soften for 1 beat, then release him first. Your withdrawal creates the vacuum he longs to fill. Another layer, scent memory. Not an assault, a ribbon, a hint of cardamom or clean linen or bare skin after rain. The nose is the hallway to the limbic brain. You graze, and he smells your quiet signature. You anchor, and he inhales a trace while his hand remembers the line you drew across it. You seal, and your fragrance exits with you. Later, the air will turn your way and he will feel you returning. That is how you stay in rooms you have already left. Gesture aftercare. When you finish the seal, do not check your phone. Do not stumble. Keep your shoulders high and your steps unhurried. The last picture he sees should be a woman who knows where she belongs. If he calls your name as you exit, stop only if you want to. If you do, step back 1 pace, not 3. Let him come into your circle, not the other way around. Queens receive. There is also the element of contrast. Warm touch, cool words. Or warm words, cool touch. If your line is playful, keep the touch still. If your line is still, let the touch be a breath more present. This offset creates tension that feels like luxury. Men binge tension and call it chemistry. What about escalation? You may be wondering when to shift from light to more intimate. After the third exchange, where he initiates contact, text, call, plan, you unlock a new level. The graze can become a guided touch. Your hand over his, moving his fingers to see something on your screen for a second longer. The anchor can become a drink you place in his hand with both of your hands wrapping the glass for 1 heartbeat. The seal can move from upper arm to a palm on the sternum if you stand close and it suits the moment. Subtle. Commanded. Always leave room for him to step closer. Never force him. If you need a quick ritual before you go out, do this. Stand before a mirror. Touch your own forearm with the back of your fingers. Light, lingering, just a whisper. Then touch your palm with a soft crosswise stroke. Then rest your hand on your shoulder and breathe out. Say this quietly. Graze, anchor, seal. Let the words become a pulse. You will remember without thinking. Some women fear touch because they worry it makes them appear easy. Hear me. Easy is timing without boundary. Seductive is timing with boundary. You are offering a breadcrumb trail, not the whole feast. Your touches say, I am here, I am warm, and I am not in a hurry. Men do not chase doors that hang open. They chase gates that swing with intention. And if he does not respond? If he remains asleep? Good. Your time is gold. Queens test quickly. Not every man can hear the music. You are not here to bang the drum. You are here to be the song. The one who hears will dance. The one who doesn't can have silence. Remember this final truth. Men are touched all the time by the world. By stress, by screens, by tasks. They are touched less and less by tenderness. Your 3-touch sequence is rebellion against numbness. It says, wake up, notice, feel, and he will. And then he will look for you when he wants to feel again. You now hold a dangerous and beautiful secret. The royal 3-touch. Graze to open. Anchor to imprint. Seal to command pursuit. Use it with grace. Use it with intention. And watch how rooms bend, how eyes follow, how men cross distances to find your hand again. Tonight you do not wander, you reign. And he chases.